5 of the Norwich City or Norwich Family Podcast. We're here with me, Barkoff, and Kessel. We are recording this at 10 o'clock on Saturday morning, so we all don't look too good, except for Barkoff, who clearly showered and did his hair. But I'm going to pass this whole podcast over to Barkoff. He's feeling a little upset that we haven't had him on in a while. Feeling a little...
Whoa, it was by choice I wasn't on there. It was by choice. Took a hiatus, you know? Contract negotiation here. I got to make sure I'm at top form.
So you're getting real jealous of Gailey doing all the pick'ems.
Yeah, Barkoff's chiming in with all his picks. But Barkoff felt a little insecure, so he decided to come with a bunch of questions to ask. So the whole podcast is Barkoff grab bag question.
Exactly. So let's start it off. I'll go over a quick topics. We're going to talk about, history, pop culture, the news, and football, importantly. And so, Kessel, that's why we have you on here, because I think you bring a good aspect to the show. So we'll start off with a good first question. I'm going to open it up to you. Is there a way to make football safer? Lately, you've seen there's about 5 stories in the news of high schoolers dying in California from hits and in concussions and things like that. Do you think you can make football safer? Is there a way?
Well, I haven't seen anything about high schoolers dying, but I really think they're...
A high schooler died in New Jersey.
Recently,
really?
Yeah. I mean, it's happened a lot this season.
Oh, well, I really don't think you can at this point. I mean, they've already taken out the helmet-to-helmet contact and all that. There's really not much more you can do. It's a contact sport. You're gonna have the hits. I don't know what you can really do.
And Mark, you played football, Mark.
Make it like flag football or touch football.
Yeah. Mark, you played football, so what's your opinion on this? I mean, you played linebacker, you took the hits, you were out there. What do you think?
I don't give a shit. I watch NFL football to be entertained. I want them to kill each other. I don't give a shit about how safe it is.
Okay.
They're being compensated pretty fairly for...
Yeah, they know the risk. They're getting paid millions of dollars to risk. I don't know, what's the risk? Probably 3% risk that you get paralyzed. No, less. Gotta be less than 1% risk you get paralyzed.
Probably paralyzed.
I would say it's a 40 to 50% chance you have some sort of head trauma incident that will affect you negatively in the future, and it matters how big of a you have later.
While they're playing, they're going out, they're getting whatever girls they want, they're getting paid.
Yeah, literally living the life.
Yeah.
And risk,
so if it takes off 20 years at the back end, so be it.
Exactly. It's who wants to live from, let's say, 70 to 90 when you can live like a king from 20 to 40?
Okay. So then that's a good question. Would you rather, I know we've maybe talked about this outside the podcast, but would you rather have all the money you could in the world and live to 40, or live to 80 and live a stable life, maybe $60,000 a year?
All the money in the world to 40, hands down. Not even close.
Yeah.
I would pack so much living into those 20 years, let's say, than I would from working a 9-to-5 job, coming home and falling asleep, and then waking up and recording a fucking podcast, than I will fucking having billions of dollars for 20 years.
You can do whatever you want from the ages of 21 to 40. You just do whatever you want. Even before that, that's worth 40 years easily.
Easy.
Okay, so I'll give you one up here. If someone said you're going to die at midnight on your 40th birthday, how would you wait till you died, or would you kill yourself beforehand and go out with a bang? How would you do it if you were to kill yourself? Maybe 11:59 you kill yourself.
I would
choose your method of death.
Wait till I died.
Well, how do I die? How do I die?
You don't know how you're going to die. Or you could take your life, but you know what time you're dying.
Like a psychic told me I would die at midnight on my birthday?
Yes, but it's guaranteed you're going to die at midnight. You have no clue how. So you could die from a heart attack, a car hitting you, anything. Would you take your life and choose your method of death? And if so, which one?
I wouldn't take my life. Or maybe I would just fly to ISIS and just start shooting people.
And just you got killed?
The day before my 40th birthday.
Yeah.
Why not? Might as well take some of those fuckers out with me if I'm definitely going to die.
Okay.
Yeah, you could reverse suicide bomb ISIS.
I'm not saying suicide bomb, but I didn't want to say that I would be a suicide bomber. I didn't want to.
Because that'd be a negative connotation.
Well, you'd be doing it for a good cause.
Yeah, I would be doing it for a good. Well, they
think they're doing that too, but everyone knows they're not.
Well, yeah. What else was the question? Oh, look, this kind of thing always comes up. Like, would you want to know when you're going to die?
Yeah.
I would definitely want to know. I don't know about that. I would personally definitely want to know because it would clear. Like, if I was going to die at 50, I wouldn't have to put any money in my IRA. Like, I wouldn't have to like, I could spend my money exactly perfectly until I die.
Very, very practical benefits to knowing when you're gonna die.
Yeah.
Like, I 100% would want to know when I die. Some people don't like it. I don't know about you guys. Like, go for it. But I would 100% want to know. So it would help me plan out my life better.
Okay.
But I feel like I would get really depressed if I was like, oh yeah, you're gonna die at 45. Well, shit. I mean, I guess I'd get over it. I'd get over it and like realize that I have to like live my life to the fullest until I'm 45. But
and I think it would help you live your life fuller.
Yeah.
Like, now it's kind of like you walk around without it's like kind of like with cognitive dissonance. You're like, oh, I'm gonna live for infinity. Like, you don't really think about when you're gonna die. But if you know exactly when you're gonna die, you could live. You would live your life amazingly.
Mhm. No, that's true. I do agree with that, and I think that's one of the things I thought about when I asked this question was, okay, if I'm gonna have all the money in the world, I can just create a list and just go through and knock off everything I would ever want to do, and then just take my life in a notable way. Let's say I decided I wanted to, I don't know, what sounds fun? Jumping off the Empire State Building?
I could see Barkoff. I could
right?
see you being
Jumping off the Empire State Building, and you're a bird, man. You literally just like fly with you just know, like, you're in your head. You're like, that was a good life. And you're going to hit the ground and die because you're not going to, like, it's not like jumping off, like, 5 stories where you may live. You're definitely going to die.
Yeah, and you're going to, like, squash some poor kid on the sidewalk also.
I was thinking the same thing.
You know what? I may try and take someone out with me. If he's going to come with me, he's coming with me.
That's fucked up, Brandon. You're going to kill people to bring you down with you.
You know what? I changed my thought.
I'm going to kill ISIS. You're going to kill the young kid in New York City.
No. I'm going to take a paintball gun with me and just, like, paintball gun. I don't know. Maybe that would kill people. Maybe I'll do that in ISIS territory. I'll go jump off there.
You're like thinking about being a terrorist right now.
You know what?
I'm going to take people down with me. Why not?
It sounds fun. I wouldn't kill people, but I'd like, maybe, I don't know, maybe from that height you kill everyone. So maybe I'll go to the tallest building in ISIS territory, Afghanistan or Iraq, Syria, whatever it is, and just shoot people with a paintball gun on my way down.
They have buildings there.
I don't know why this conversation just reminded me about this, but I just want to take a brief second to give a shout out to I forgot his name. It's like Julian Federation or some shit. He is our first subscriber on YouTube.
Oh, okay. There we go.
First subscriber here. I forget. It was like Julian Federation. I don't fucking know. But he's
there
like,
we go. Shout out to Julian Federation.
Yeah, he doesn't follow us because of this podcast. He follows us 100% because of the NFL Pick'em.
Definitely.
Like, all of his videos are like NFL Pick'em games and like MLB like free agency things, and he's got like 99 views on his videos. So he's blowing out the water.
You hit him with a follow back? You hit him with a follow back?
No, I didn't. I don't really know how to do that, but I should. I gotta do that.
All right.
That was a sick thing to like look up and see that we had a fucking subscriber.
Well, we'll take it back to the football topic before we transfer over real quick. But should players be allowed to file insurance policies against their career? So let's say, you know how there's music artists who follow insurance policy against their lungs. Should you be able to follow an insurance policy against your legs if you're a running back?
Jump in here for a sec. Are you saying should you be allowed to, as in? Because I thought that was already a thing. Is it not a thing? Is it illegal or something?
Well, I don't know. I don't know if it's.
I think it's just no insurance company is going to take that risk. It's way too high risk.
So if you were an insurance company, would you take that risk?
No.
If I was an insurance company, I mean, of course, all it is a calculation of
the risk premium, right?
Yeah, it's just the likelihood that that person will get injured. So it's like, of course, if you're an insurance company, I would take every risk.
But the thing is, the premium would be so high, I don't think any NFL players would be able to pay it.
Yeah, so that's the difference.
So you scare them out of the market, kind of?
Well, not even that you scare them, it's just that...
With price-wise, yeah.
Well, they started doing, like, the stock. Remember when Arian Foster was, like, sold as a stock?
Oh, on that website where they sell...
Something like that. Do you remember that, Kessel? Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, not really.
It was like, Arian Foster, when he became the starting running back, like, someone took... Like, they took a certain percentage, I think it was like 30% of his future earnings and, like, consolidated into a stock and sold it for some amount of money. There was something along those lines. So like that was like the first time that was ever done. I think they've done it 3 or 4 times now since Arian Foster.
On like other running backs and other people in the NFL.
Like a way for them to make money now. It's like an IPO. Like they make money now.
So Arian Foster. So it's like Arian Foster owns like future earnings.
Yeah, exactly.
Like they're selling it to other people.
Yeah, like he gets like $75 million, and then other people buy 30% of his future earnings.
Okay.
I would never buy Arian Foster stock.
No, he's too injury prone.
Like because he had like one good year, like I would never buy that stock. But
I mean, when he plays, he's great. When he plays, he's great.
Yeah, but he plays like 2 games every 3 years.
All right. We'll move on to I liked where we're going with the ISIS. So let's go over. Have you guys heard the rant from the guy in Virginia during like a town council meeting?
No.
What was it?
So this I guess white supremacist guy stood up in the middle of a town council meeting, and Syria had come up, and what are they going to do with the refugees? And the guy stands up and goes, all Muslims are, it's like a Muslim speaker, and he goes, all Muslims are terrorists. I don't care what you tell me. Like, you shouldn't even be allowed in this country. We should, like, tag you. This guy stood up, and it made, like, huge ABC news across the country of this guy just ranting.
I feel like that's a pretty, like, normal thing in the South.
But is it just coming out of the woodworks now? Like, I've seen multiple videos like this just because of the France thing? Or is this always something that happens and they're just publicizing it?
There are a lot of people who hate all Muslims.
Yeah, I agree with Kessel. I think there are a lot of people in this country that have not forgiven Muslims for 9/11.
Have they replaced the Jews?
I know people that haven't forgiven the Germans for World War II.
Yeah.
So I think that's the same kind of thing. But like you blame all Germans for what they did. And you don't
Okay.
Muslims for what Muslims did. But let me just say first of all that Syrian refugees is like a really tough topic. Like how do you if there's a terrorist, like how do you let them in? But it's like, oh, but you had to help these people, and we're America, so you have to let immigrants in, or else we're not really America anymore.
Yeah, that's a really tough one. Like, just based on past history, it's hard to be like, all right, yeah, everyone can come. They might sneak a couple terrorists in, and who knows?
Mm-hmm.
But I guess the counter argument is like, I guess what I believe is like, we're America, you have to let in all immigrants. It's like if you stop letting in immigrants, we're not America, and that's literally what our bloodline is. It's like everyone can think back to whatever ancestor came to America. Like all of us have that same exact thing. So it's like the Syrians are the same way. They'll come here in a couple generations. Their children think like, yeah, we're American, but our ancestors are Syrian. And so it's like you can't stop America from being America. And it's also like all the terrorists are like homegrown terrorists. Like all the terrorists in France were like born in France. Like all the terrorists, like they're all born in their location.
Well, they're born in Belgium, but close
so,
enough. Yeah.
So it's like the terrorists that are going to kill us in America are not going to be the Syrian refugees, I don't think. I think it's going to be some asshole that's been growing up in Brooklyn who went to one of these radical Muslim
like online things.
Yeah, it's like that's the fucker that would kill us, not like some good Muslim Syrian guy.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to have an expert on this, the CIA.
My roommate just like found a list of like the 5 most radical like Muslim mosques. It's like the 5 most, like the one where all like the terrorists come from.
Yeah.
Like 2 of them out of the 5 of them are in Brooklyn. Like what the fuck?
Oh god.
Yeah, so that's a little
disconcerting.
Yeah, disconcerting. That's the word.
I think you should go and do a hidden camera and go to one of those and see what happens.
All right, I'll put that in my notes of things to do. That can be in the back burner.
We could ask our viewers if they want to see that, then we'll make it happen.
Yeah, Julian Federation.
You guys have like the technological capability to just like point at something on the screen and just be like, oh, click here if you want to see this.
We don't yet, but we'll work on that as well. It's like a choose your path, choose your destiny.
I'm so bad with technology, like so bad.
That's all right.
It's like YouTube annotations.
Yeah, that's probably like super, super, super easy.
Probably. We're just not tech savvy on that.
So I was gonna buy the website, but I just can't. Like they just tag on so many charges, and I don't know what I need and what I don't need.
What
telling me that like Meyer like creates websites for a living.
So why don't we ask Meyer to do it? He said he would already.
He said that he would help me, but like, yeah, I called him like 2 days ago. I called him yesterday. I'm just trying to get in touch with him.
Yeah.
And ask him like exactly what I should buy. So that's like the holdup of me buying the website.
All right, that makes sense.
But you see, I don't know if you checked out the Norwich Family Podcast page, but I put them into playlists now.
Okay.
Oh.
Like the NFL pickup playlist and the Norwich podcast playlist. I'm so proud of myself.
So are they just audio now, or they're different videos? Like the videos are separated.
There's like if you go to our page,
Okay.
you can click playlists, and one playlist is NFL pickup, and one playlist is podcast.
There we go. Okay, that's a step in the right direction there.
Making technological improvements.
Yeah, what up?
It's a slow but constant path you're going on.
Exactly. I'm happy.
All right. So have you guys heard about the Charlie Sheen AIDS thing?
Yeah.
What was that? I'm sorry, Mark.
I did.
Okay. And what are your thoughts? So he had AIDS for 4 years, was married to a woman, had sex with a bunch of other people, and didn't tell them he had AIDS, apparently.
Didn't he make them like, sign non-disclosure agreements also, but also didn't tell him he had HIV?
Yes, correct.
To be honest, I'm not all that surprised that he has AIDS. Like,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, it makes sense.
Yeah, I agree. Not surprised at all that he has AIDS, and I also don't give a shit. I was thinking about this, like, when I was at work reading the story, I was like, oh, shit, he has AIDS, like, he's probably spread that. And then literally the next day, it, like, jumped into my head again, and I'm like, I don't give a single shit. That, like, and I was reading how he kept, like, paying people off to, like, not tell people that he's HIV positive.
Well, he was being blackmailed by 5 different people.
Yeah, so he kept paying them off, and then he's like, fuck it, like, it's not worth my money anymore, I'm just going to come clean.
Yeah.
And, like, once I read that, I was thinking about it for a second. I'm like, Charlie, I haven't thought about this for 1 second since you, like, told me about it. I don't give a shit. Why were you paying off these people? Just tell, like, I'm not, like, I would never have thought of this again.
I think it's because he wanted to still have unprotected sex. And once the HIV thing is out of the bag, he can't have unprotected sex with random people anymore.
Okay, now he's a scumbag.
Scumbag, like that. I think that's why. Like,
that's like
no
the
real reason.
Do.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. But I think that's the only reason I can have in my head that he would like pay so much like to get blackmailed and then want to hide it for so long.
That makes sense. What a scumbag. And it's like, the only way to cure HIV is to be really rich. Like, when you're really rich, you don't go from HIV to AIDS.
Yeah, it's like the South Park episode.
Yeah.
You just inject liquid money.
So he's good. And I'm sure all these girls he's fucking are the ones that are actually going to get AIDS, not him.
Yeah.
So he's a scumbag.
Can you sue someone for giving you AIDS?
Well, there is a suit right now. One of the prostitutes who was taking money from him is suing him.
If they knowingly had HIV and didn't tell you and had unprotected sex with you, it's got to be some kind of...
It should be.
Yeah.
It's not like you can sue someone for, like, having a cold and you hook up with them.
Yeah, but that's
Could you
a lot less dire than getting HIV.
Of course, I completely agree with you.
Could you sue someone, though, if you got a cold? Let's say you got the flu.
No.
For your medical bills.
Yeah, you should be able to sue for medical bills.
I mean, it may not be that much, but...
How can you trace who gave you the flu?
They had the flu?
Give you HIV.
Yeah.
Charlie Sheen did.
Oh, is that your argument in front of the judge?
Yes.
Yeah, that's tough. I think that, like, fuck Charlie Sheen. Now I'm going to be mad about this because you brought up that good point.
Yeah.
Like, fuck him for giving these girls HIV. And then clearly I'm going to have sex with these really attractive girls.
Then again, they're prostitutes, though, Mark.
They're all prostitutes?
Yeah, they were prostitutes, except for one of them, which was his wife.
No, I don't. Okay, see, this is like the football conversation. Like, they sign up for the risk to get paid the money.
When you're a prostitute.
Are signing up for the risk of getting HIV by being prostitute.
You're a prostitute, and you're not making guys wrap it up. You're gonna get AIDS.
It's just a matter of time.
Well, I'm off the prostitute train. If you're a prostitute, you're not allowed to sue for HIV. If you're a normal civilian, you're allowed to sue for HIV. That's my rule.
I like
Part of the job.
Yeah, that's my ruling. If I was the Attorney General, I would allow DraftKings, not allow civilians to sue. I mean, not allow prostitutes to sue for HIV.
Okay.
Probably allow DraftKings, not allow FanDuel. You know.
Well, actually, on that situation, FanDuel is pulling out of New York. Like, no one's allowed to use FanDuel in New York.
You can't even access it.
I actually didn't try to when you asked me.
Yeah, I was wondering about that.
But like DraftKings is still staying until the ruling. So it's like FanDuel's being smart kind of and letting DraftKings deal with the litigation. So it's like they don't have to spend the money on it.
Mhm.
But if it passes,
They'll come back in.
fucking themselves because no one will play FanDuel in New York.
Yeah.
So it's like high risk, high reward for DraftKings. And
I heard one argument that this is like kind of it's going to lead to like legalized sports gambling all over the country, because this is pretty much sports gambling, and they're kind of opening the door for like legalized betting on games like throughout the country.
I mean, it's 100% sports betting. Have you guys watched the John Oliver on Daily Fantasy Sports?
No.
I have not, but give the synopsis of it.
Dude, it's so fucking good. Like, well, my whole thing is I think gambling should be legal. 100% legal.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care. Like, do whatever you want with your own money. That's my stance on, like, everything. Do whatever the fuck you want. But I don't think, like, DraftKings and FanDuel is clearly gambling. And gambling is illegal in New York. So they should be illegal.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty cut and dry. You're putting together a team, paying money to try to win more money.
Yeah.
That's like gambling 101.
Yeah. Cut and dry gambling. But it's like, I think that it should be legal, but based on our current rules, it's clearly illegal. And they're such liars to try to say that's not gambling. Like,
No, because it's skill-based and blah, 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 blah.
so is poker. Poker's still gambling.
Yeah.
You're putting up money to win more money. Like, how can they even say that's not gambling?
Well, in Australia, it's completely legal. Like, betting all over the country. They're like, at every bar, there's like betting booths and everything.
That's sick.
Yeah.
Like, if you're at the bar watching, like, a football game, you can just go walk to, like, a booth and bet on it.
Are you swigging vodka over there, Barkoff?
What are you talking about?
Or do you just do that to get attention? Is that water?
No, I decided to play a drinking game and not fill you guys in.
Wait, what is it?
Is it actually-
Wait, you're actually... No. I remember when I was at your house, you said you fill...
No, it's actually vodka. Kessel can come verify, but I'm playing a drinking
I'll
game.
verify right now.
I decided to take a few swigs. Every good podcast has a drinking game, and I decided to create one.
Are you going to tell us, or are you going to wait till the end?
Kessel's going to tell. I'll tell you at the end what the word was.
Vodka.
That's vodka.
Alright, that's fun. Wait, it's only one word?
Yeah. Or it could be a phrase or a slogan or an action, but there's a drinking game involved in the show now.
Yeah, but
And you aren't aware.
The word. So it's not a phrase or an action, because you said a word.
Okay. Well, maybe it's multiple.
But it's not, because you said one word. You said I'll tell you the word.
Okay.
Alright, let's keep going, and I will try to figure out what this is.
All right. So if you were a bar owner, should you be allowed to turn someone away without a good reason if they are 21 and not blackout drunk?
100%.
Yeah.
100%. It's private property. You can control whoever the fuck you want. You can tell me to leave whenever the fuck you want. And I hate when people are arguing over shit like this when like I've seen videos where people getting kicked out of places. Like, oh, you can't kick me out. What do you? Of course he can. He owns his bar, and you're some asshole in the bar. Like, he can do whatever the fuck he wants. I hate the people that complain about this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, and it's also like, clearly you kick someone out if they're really drunk or like falling over, and then you got to figure out where the line is if you start making up rules. Oh, if they're drunk, then you can kick them out, but not if they're not that drunk. Like, you're at a bar, you're gonna get drunk.
Yeah, and I'll actually add a caveat to this. If I'm getting kicked out of a bar, it's bullshit. This should not happen.
Oh, yeah.
It's unacceptable. But in the grand scheme of things, yes, a bar owner should be able to do whatever the fuck they want and not let you in. Like, what if
I've been kicked out of bars before, but I've never been kicked out for a good reason.
I don't remember when I was kicked out at homecoming. I don't remember what the reason was. I still don't remember.
Well, Mark, can we bring up a story about how you got kicked out of one of our own fraternity's events by...
No, we can't.
Why?
I'm talking about that.
Well, I think we should. I think our viewers want to know. So why don't you give the synopsis of how you were kicked out for a not good reason?
I
Well, how
don't,
did that make you
I
feel?
don't even want to talk about that.
No, I'd love to talk about it.
I don't even remember what the fuck the story was.
I think it had to do.
We had a fucking
Good bar tab.
what was it, bitch in a bottle or
Yeah,
like,
it was that at the
Bar tab at Seastone.
Cornerstone Loft, Cornerstone Bar and Grill.
and fuck you, and Loft at Seastone, and I was wearing my green sweater.
Yep, that you left in the dryer at
And I left in the dryer at Norwich, along with I'm sure some other clothes that I
a
like.
whole load of laundry.
That's so bad. But so I was wearing my green sweater, and I was talking to.
How much did you like that green sweater?
I really like that green sweater. I'm upset you didn't keep it for me. And I was talking to that girl that went to away weekend with Carly, whatever the fuck.
Whatever her name. Hanft.
So I agreed. I was over the line, and I was like, I was like, oh yeah, I remember you. Like you were the girl that got like hickeys from Steckroth, and I started like touching her over here. I was like, yeah, you had them here, here, and here, and like clearly that was like a little over the line, but like it wasn't like I was like groping her. Like I wasn't like trying to feel her tits. I was just like, oh yeah, I remember you and this, and this. I was just being overly like touchy, I guess. And so Morrison, with his fucking big ass balls, trying to like look tough and shit, looks at the bouncer and he's like, "Oh, excuse me, bouncer. You see that guy in the green sweater? Kick him out." So I got kicked out of fucking my own event because of fucking no dick Morrison who can't fucking get a hard on. Fucking asshole.
So now, is your opinion different about this question now that you've recalled one of your experiences?
No, I still exactly the same answer. I should be allowed to say always, but in the grand scheme of things, yes, you should be like, kicked out for any reason.
Okay.
But also, I want to bring this up. This actually happened at homecoming. When I was wearing my Maryland jacket, it's also like a very easy like target. Like the green sweater, all you had to say was, "Yo, green sweater kid, you're out." Like easy. I couldn't sneak back in. It's a very obvious like attire. But same with fucking the Maryland jacket. I got kicked out. I tried to sneak back in, and they're like, "Maryland jacket, you can't come in."
I think this brings up a bigger problem. You need to wear clothes that don't make you stand out as much.
Yeah, that's what I got to do.
That's what I was saying.
That's the moral of the story.
Kessel is like the poster boy for like not stand out right now. Just in general.
Yeah, like right now, you mean?
No, just in general. I feel like you're very like you couldn't like identify Kessel in a crowd like descriptively.
With this, you think this shirt will get me identified or not?
No, not at Maryland. In Brooklyn, maybe. Maybe the terrorists will. The radical Muslims will find you.
You don't think you could point to some kid and, yo, checkered button down?
No, I don't think you could. If Mark was wearing a checkered button down, he would have not gotten kicked out of the bar.
Yeah, wait, there would be too many.
Yeah, checkered button down. Too many.
And he was a black guy, so he probably couldn't tell the difference between all of the white guys. He's like,
Do you think this always surprises me. Black people, not to be racist, but black people, or maybe to be racist, black people can tell the difference between black people, but can't tell the difference between white people, and vice versa.
Yeah, I think that's the thing.
Like, I think half the black people look like Ice Cube. The ones that look like Ice Cube, at least. Not all of them.
You can't say I think half of black people look like Ice Cube, and then say, no, I mean the guys that look like Ice Cube, not all of them. You just said half.
That's okay.
Ice Cube, I feel like Ice Cube's like one of the more like distinguishable people. I feel like you could have picked like a more.
I completely agree.
No, but like I mean, I see.
Person like.
Ice Cube doesn't look like anyone.
No, once throughout my day, I run into someone who looks like Ice Cube, and so he may not. In my mind, he looks like Ice Cube. Whether he doesn't in actuality, when I look at this guy, I just see Ice Cube. So maybe I see what I want to see. You know.
Barkoff, can you tell the difference between Nate and Darian?
Yes.
Or do they both look like Ice Cube?
They both don't look like Ice Cube.
Are you sure? Because you said 50%. That's two black.
Nate looks like Donald Trump.
What are you talking about?
Now this is reverse racism. Now you're throwing out a white person so you don't sound racist.
Exactly. I have to cover my tracks, you know?
So the word was said again, or are you just an alcoholic drinking a lot?
I think he's just an alcoholic.
No, there's a few words.
Okay, Barkoff, answer me this.
Yes.
truthfully, when I called you out for there being one word, did you add words after the fact?
We have this on video.
You're right, and I plead the fifth. I have the right to remain silent.
So
But I will not utilize that. Right. No, I'm kind of creating the drinking game as we go along, so other people can play it for future episodes.
I like it. Even though I know that our number one viewer, Andrew Schechter, who I'll send a shout out to again,
Loves to drink.
He appreciated my shout out last time. He watches all of the episodes start to finish at work, so I don't think he can play the drinking game at work.
He can. He just has to have Irish coffees. He's got to be discreet about it.
Put it in a Gatorade bottle.
Yep. Right. No one's ever gonna know if you put it in a Gatorade bottle.
Until
Right.
your breath starts smelling, you're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, until you start being rowdy at work. Oh, actually, I was like in charge of like 3 guys. Yesterday.
Okay.
Like we went to like a site to go check some shit out, and then we had to like go back to the office, and I was like, let's like just go to the bar for a bit at like 2:00 because I was in charge. I was like, all right, there's like a bar right by my office, like a street over. And we sat down and like had a couple of beers. So I'm like, all right, let's go back to the office. Like it's Friday, like whatever. Even if I get caught, I don't really give a shit.
I mean, I drink in like on Fridays. We're allowed to drink in the office. They give us beer.
Brandon, I'm in the middle of the story.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Fuck you for having beers at your office. I've had it a couple of times on Fridays. Like I've had my operations director just like he's like a frat bro. Like we get along really well. Like I've convinced him a couple of times to like 5:30s for the office on Friday.
Well, don't you've texted me before and been like, yeah, I'll be like, Mark, yo, what's up? I'll call you. You'll answer the phone at 8:30. You'll be like, yeah, I'm still at the office, but like it's all right. Me and my buddy went across the street and got a 6-pack.
Yeah. Like sometimes when we have to work late on Fridays, we always get beers. So it's like you have to be there late on a Friday, but you should be allowed to drink. Once it's past 5, you're allowed to have beers in the office.
It's 5:00 somewhere.
Yeah, we stopped by at the bar, had a couple of beers, and went back to the office. And one of the guys that was on my team, he had like 2 hours taken off his timesheet, like for whatever reason. So like he went to like the manager in charge of like that project that took off the time and started like berating him. He's like, "That's unacceptable. Like you can't do this." I'm like, "Oh, holy shit! I'm gonna get caught taking these kids out to get beer."
Wait, they were kids? I thought they were like older Mexicans in my mind. That's what I pictured.
Oh no, not fucking Mexicans. No, they're not kids. Actually, all of them are older than me. But I have more seniority than them, or I'm higher up than them. I think I have less seniority than one of the other guys. But he got so mad at my fucking manager. I was like, "Holy shit!" And the owner of the company walks over to diffuse
it. Yeah.
I'm like, holy shit, they're going to smell beer in his breath. They're going to be like, holy shit, have you been drinking? Like, why are you here? Then it's all going to come back to me and I'm going to get in trouble.
That's all right.
I was sitting at my desk like this, like, holy shit. Like, he was berating, like, the third highest like, manager by us. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
So when were you more nervous, during this situation or when we ran away from the cops with the helicopter on us?
100% more of the cops with the helicopter. I think we chain smoked more cigarettes than I've smoked in my entire life.
I'd agree.
Yeah, that was so scary. Even though that's one of those situations where I wish I didn't do that. I wish I was arrested.
So you could have a cool story?
After the fact, when you know nothing happened, it's like, of course I want to be part of the cool story.
Yeah.
Even though I brought this up many times. Many, many times. When I tell that story, I am always Brian Massessa. I've said this multiple times to anyone that will listen when this comes up. I tell this to Brian all the time. When I tell that story, I'm Brian Massessa, and I get kicked on the dock.
You also have a heart condition when you tell the story?
I don't say that part.
You don't say that?
My family. Like, when I told my family, I told them, because, like, they know Brian. I was like, yeah, Brian, like, he's like, I have a heart condition. Don't. So I kicked him. Cracks me up.
Okay. So let's transition a little bit. Have you guys ever heard the expression, and I heard this on the radio, and it was some guy talking. It was like they had a caller call in, and he used the expression, that guy was probably as happy as a slave.
I have heard that expression. But
what does it mean? I still don't understand this.
Keep in mind, my family's from Dallas.
Okay, so your dad has heard this a lot growing up.
There's a phrase that I've heard that's mighty white of you. What do you think that expression means?
I have no idea.
No guesses? That's
No
no
idea.
of you? No guesses.
You help the
I feel like
neighbor.
If I make a guess, it's gonna sound really racist.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It means that you like did a good thing.
Yeah.
It's like if you like help someone out, they go, oh, that was mighty white of you. Like, so I'm not surprised that there's also other racist phrases down south. But I don't really. I've heard that phrase Barkoff, but I'm not exactly sure what it means.
Well, because the way they used it, the guy and it was on the radio station. Actually, was a black Christian rock station. I don't know why I was listening to it.
Was he using it sarcastically, like he's
No,
not?
no. They used it. They used it.
That's a real phrase. Like I've heard that.
Yeah. They used it positively, so it was like, oh, that guy was as happy as slave, like when they were freed, like, you know, that was the way he meant it, like as happy as a slave, as in very happy. But I would take it as happy as a slave, as in like being a slave sucked. Why would you be happy?
No,
You know?
his name was good. You got to hit the gym every day.
That's true.
I can't hit the gym a single fucking day. These guys, they got what's it called? Personal trainers. Free personal trainers.
Yeah.
Lucky bastard.
All right, we'll move away from this one. The next question was, okay, what percent? I know Mark has a strong opinion on this one.
Fuck.
What percent of girls would admit they masturbate, and what percent actually do?
We'll let Kessel go first.
Okay, Kessel, you go first.
Say 40-80.
So 40% would admit they masturbate, and 80% actually do.
That's what I'm going with. Just a gut instinct.
Okay, well,
Walk me through it, Mark.
100% masturbate is obviously the stance I'm taking on that. And if it, of course it can, okay, so 99%. And the 1% are like the fucking religious wackos that can't do it. So 100%, rounding up 100%. And the amount that would admit it, 100% of girls that you are comfortable with and trust you, 100% will admit it. But in polite conversation, 0% will admit it. So we got these big variables to what the situation is.
So
you're really taking a stance either way there. It's not
So
no
why
middle
don't-
ground.
why don't we play a little game here? Everyone has to take out their phone, text one girl you're comfortable with, and ask them if they masturbate and see what their response is. We've got 8 minutes before the podcast's over, and let's see who responds.
All right.
Let's do it. Kessel, take your phone out.
All right, I've already talked to my girlfriend about this.
Well, you need and
I'm
what's
not-
her
I'm not
answer?
texting someone else that.
What? Okay, well then you could tell us the response.
I'm not going to.
Mark, who are you texting? I'm kind of intrigued here.
Now, some fucking slut that I fucked. Like, I don't have a girlfriend who else. I fucking.
Yeah.
Actually, I'll send her a Snapchat.
Oh, the Snapchat approach. I like that.
All right. We got 8 minutes.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens. All right, I'll send a Snapchat to one. I'll text a different girl. Oh, should I text that or Orthodox Jew?
Oh, please do. I'm kind of intrigued, and then you got to tell the story about that because I don't think everyone knows about the Orthodox Jew.
I'll text the Orthodox Jew.
Orthodox Jews are allowed to masturbate, right? There's nothing against that.
I haven't talked to this girl since our last text was September 19th. Actually, that's pretty recent.
Yeah, that's like a month ago.
October, November. Oh no, that's 2 months ago. I'm sending her. Do you ask me before 11 a.m.? All right, we'll see how that works out.
Still drunk from last night.
But this is one of my favorite things. I've hooked up with girls before, and like I would never text like you guys, be like, oh hey, like you won't believe this girl that just banged out. Like I would never say that. But
I don't think I would say that either. That's a Barkoff didn't know.
yeah, it's just to me that's just weird, and it makes you look like a fucking wacko. But when Barkoff does it, doesn't make him look like a wacko because it's part of his personality. But when I hooked up with the fucking Orthodox Jew, and she was fucking talking dirty talk to me the whole fucking time, when we were done, I leaned over and texted Barkoff and Schechner immediately. And I was like, guys. Like, I could not, like, I wanted to text him, like, while I was with her. Like,
At the same time?
Does Judaism have anything against, like, sex?
No. It condones premarital sex.
Having sex on the Sabbath is a mitzvah.
Yes, correct.
That's why Jews are such sluts.
Well, most Jewish girls, Mark, what's your opinion? Most Jewish girls only give head, for the most part.
Jewish girls are sluts.
They're prude. They're prude.
Jewish girls have the lowest like threshold for everything except for sex. Like sex, they have a little bit higher than like a Catholic girl, but like they have a lower threshold for anything else. All foreplay, all getting head, all giving head, all that, they have the lowest threshold.
What's the past tense of masturbate? Masturbated?
You really are like a retarded person. Brandon, what's the past tense of chew?
Choose?
Did you say choose?
Like, yeah, Matt Chew and the Chews. The Chews were alive.
So the past tense is alive. No, were alive.
Were.
Choose.
Choose. I like it. Choose.
All right.
The Snapchat won't fucking send. I don't know why.
Okay, I sent this to a number that's not my.
Wait, you guys aren't allowed to text your girlfriends, right?
I didn't. You can't even. It's a random number too. Can you see?
Wait, why is it? That's your girlfriend though?
No, it's not. It's a girl I met in Aruba last year. But I think she'll respond.
I don't know why the Snapchat won't send.
Probably because you're in Brooklyn and things in Brooklyn don't work because of the radical Muslims.
I just don't get why the Snapchat won't send. I've never had this happen.
All right. So as we start to wrap it up, final remarks on Mark. What do you got to look forward to this weekend? Today, what's your plan? Why don't you share about what you're doing after this, real quick?
Well, it's 11. I got 12 o'clock. I'm supposed to play chess with a Chinese man, and I usually have to leave an hour early because I have to go fucking to Union Square and go buy fucking KFC, and then take the fucking 6 train like 4 hours up with KFC sitting in my fucking lap to go play chess with him for like 2 hours before he falls asleep. So that's my plan for the day. And then I think I was planning on going home because I have a lot of shit I have to pick up from home. And my little brother wanted me to come home to watch him play Fallout 4. So my plan was to go there, then go home. Like, I hate fucking going home. It's like such a trek. And then I don't have a place to sleep because my parents took away my bedroom and gave it to my younger brother. So I don't have a bedroom. So, like, I sleep on, like, the couch, but I have to, like, wake up early because my mom won't let me sleep on the couch because it's, like, a new couch. So I literally have nowhere to sleep. So
You have to like break your own.
What?
When do she expect you to sleep if you stay?
I can't. You're breaking up. Say it again.
Where does she expect you to sleep when you stay home?
Oh, we have like a guest room in the basement. That's like scary. Like I don't want to go in the basement. And then, or there's a guest room all the way upstairs, which I have to like walk past my parents' bedroom to get to. So it's like I stay up late when I'm home. Like I don't want to walk past them. So I always sleep on the couch, and I always wake up early.
I move to one of the guest rooms.
No, she must be onto it. Like, I'll be asleep on the couch, and my body knows it has to wake up, like, when I hear people on the stairs. So, like, I'll hear, like, my dad coming down the stairs in the morning or something, and I'll wake up and sit up and, like, turn on the TV. And Dad's like, oh, you're up early. I'm like, yeah, like, I got up early, kid. Just wanted to, like, come hang out, like, chill for a bit. So, like, once he sees me, then I can fall back asleep. And then, like, when my mom yells at me, I'm like, oh, no, Dad saw me. Like, I slept upstairs, but I just woke up early. I must have just passed out by mistake. Happens every time I'm there. Like, they must have caught on to it.
Hopefully Betsy Ross isn't listening to this podcast right now.
There's a 0%. Oh, my God. I would kill myself if my mom listened to this podcast.
Would you? Your mom. You grew up with 4 brothers. Come on now. You should actually...
Yeah, I guess that's true. She's probably cleaned up all like she's probably picked up so many like cum napkins before in her life. So many.
As soon as one of you hits like 12, 13, it's like, oh god, this is gonna be what it's like for the next 5 years.
That's so gross.
All right, so we're going to end it on a real quick segment, real quick. Mark, have you read the Barstool article about the 6, 12, 18, 24 challenge?
I have.
You have?
Yes, I have.
So what would be your order of what you would do?
Whew. I think in a 24-hour period, I can't jack off 12 times.
No.
I see. I think I could do 24 of that.
You're wrong. You're just wrong.
All right, Barkoff.
Maybe this with Barkoff for a little bit.
Barkoff, you are actually gonna take that step.
I think I'm between 18 and 24 because I think if you do that, that's the easiest. They're the shortest amount of time.
Brendan, Brendan, what odds do you want that you can do this? I'll bet you have to put up $100. I'll give you any odds you want, anything. I'll give you all of my future income if you pay me $100 if you can't do it.
Well, how about we both choose our answers and then we'll see.
No, I can't get off how stupid you are.
No, we'll see who. Okay, so how about we both do the challenge and we'll see who gets further.
Well, I wouldn't win the challenge.
Barkoff, also knowing you, I know you'd like go into your room and say like, oh, I got a boner, that counts.
No, Barkoff, you have to record every single ejaculation.
I feel like I'm filming a porn here. I'm gonna be a porn star. You should probably pay me like it.
You think I'm gonna believe you if you said you jack off 24 times? Never. Okay, let me first of all, you're retarded for thinking that.
Barkoff, you couldn't hit double digits.
I think I could. Well, I think I have. What would you do?
I would have to do 6 jack-offs, 12 miles, 18 donuts, and 24 beers.
That's exactly what I do.
Yeah, that's the way you have to do it.
Yeah.
And it's like I would just kind of like I could hit 12 miles, like it would suck, but like I could do it.
You just kind of walk. You just walk around, run a little bit.
Yeah, walk jog on a treadmill. Like you could hit 12 miles. Like that, it's not absurd. And then 6 jerk-offs, you'd have to get out. Like, did you watch Prez do it?
Yeah, I didn't like follow along every video he was posting or anything like that.
He started at night, so like he could get his jerk-offs and beers and donuts, and then fall asleep. And then
I thought that was very smart.
Yeah, really smart.
Yeah,
really smart. So like
because you get the rest in between.
Yeah. So like you can probably get 2 jerk-offs at night, 2 jerk-offs in the morning, and then start running, do all that shit, and then come home, like drink some beers, jerk off, drink some beers, jerk off, and then like just hit beers and donuts at the end.
Beers and donuts. You feel gross, but I think it's possible.
Put it down. Well, you're probably not allowed to throw up, right?
I don't know. See, I think if you're allowed to throw up, I would do 24 beers because I've been trained that I can kind of do that within an hour, you know?
Yeah. Well, it's like you can drink 24 Natty Lights in a day.
Yeah.
It's nothing. Like you wouldn't even be drunk.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
So, Kessel, we're on the same page, right? That's
we're on the same page.
Yeah.
I think the 18, 24 donuts, beers are pretty interchangeable.
24 donuts just would get so ahead. Well, I just think that I can drink beers easier than donuts.
That's fair. Yeah, I could.
But yeah, if anything goes.
Natty Lights, like, be okay.
I have my order now. I would do 6 donuts, 12 miles, 18 jack-offs, 24 beers.
Why are you only doing 6 donuts? Like that's you usually put out.
Because I'm doing 6 donuts because I'm trying to watch my weight, and 18 donuts is like my calorie consumption for the month.
Okay, Barkoff, how much you want to bet I can get farther than you?
How do you determine farther? Just how many tick marks you get?
Yeah, how many tick marks you get?
I think I can do it. When are we going to do this? We have to do this after my CPA studying, after my test. So we could do this in January, beginning of January.
Okay. Barkoff, how much you want to bet? Right now, you have to put your money on the line on your retarded amount now.
18 jerk-offs.
Let's 10 songs and a hurricane.
Wait, 10 what's in a hurricane?
10 songs at Pat Ryan's when we go down to Mardi Gras and a hurricane.
10 drinks?
No, 10 requests, song requests, like the tips. You know, you have to tip and put the.
Barkoff, that's $10. I'm not fucking eating.
That's $20. That's $20.
I'm not okay. So I'm not betting $20 plus a hurricane's what, like $4 at some places. I'm not betting $25 to be miserable for a day. That's not worth my money and time. You have to raise the stakes.
Put it up. Just put it a nice $100.
We'll have to think about this. I'll have to think about this.
Okay, $300. I'll do more. 500.
I'll have to think about this.
Well, Brandon, your numbers are retorted.
I think I could still win with those
I
numbers.
could probably just sit there and eat donuts, and I'd get more tick marks than you. Because you have to stop donuts at 6. I could just eat 24 donuts and win.
But I could run. My plan is to put a Camelback full of beer and just walk 12 miles, like jog 12 miles, and just drink my beer all day, and then just jerk off in between. I'll stop for a bathroom break in 7-Eleven, jerk off real quick, keep
jerk
running.
Off in 7-Eleven bathrooms.
You know what? I got to do what I got to do.
You don't have to go that many miles.
That plan is absurd. Your plan is to fill Camelback, jog around town, and just jerk off in any public place you can find.
Yes, that's correct.
So you're gonna be in like a 7-Eleven. You know how depressing that's gonna be, like after the 4th jerk off in a 7-Eleven bathroom.
Brendan, you can't. Wait, are you gonna take Viagra?
No, it's mind over matter. I'm not Matt Morrison here.
Are you gonna take Viagra? No.
No.
Brendan, you can't jack off 18 times.
I think I could though.
What was your record in like middle school?
I've had sex and came 6 times in one day before.
And now you think you can magically jump to 18?
I could have done more. I just didn't. There's a difference between, and yes, I think I could do 18.
Actually, this is. I remember.
There's a timing factor in there too.
What was that, Mark? I couldn't hear you.
Brandon just told me that he has been fucking a girl, came,
Yep.
stayed hard, kept fucking her, and came again.
Yep.
So
My
that-
record is 3-1. 3-1 is my record.
That doesn't make sense.
Doesn't
I'm
work.
a superhuman.
I'm actually taking human sexuality right now, and there is a refractory period.
Yeah.
Not for me.
Yeah. It's just a scientific fact.
I'm superhuman.
Barkoff, do you think that pre-cum is cum? Like, pre-cum's a thing, right?
No, I do, but I know what I'm talking about here.
Brandon. Yeah.
I believe you that you know what you're talking about, but I just think you're lying.
Wait. I thought it was absurd when you told me that first time that
We'll have to look. We can have Nikki on the show to verify, but she's the only one who would be able to verify.
Okay, fine. You can have Nikki on the show and verify. I haven't gotten a text back.
Okay, neither have I, but we'll have to update next week. We're running a little bit long here. So just want to finish up with a point. I went to do community service yesterday, and my community service was a hunger simulation. So what they did was they gave you a fake. You are a new person, right?
Wait, hold on. Let me interrupt you. Were you getting paid for this community service?
Well, I mean, I'm salaried, so I get my salary at the end. I'm not hourly, so.
It was
through work.
It was through work.
The community service thing I've ever seen. Also, it's
Yes.
not like you're actually helping people. You're just simulating something.
So it was a hunger simulation. What they did was they gave you an identity, and I was a 41-year-old woman with HIV, with a 17-year-old daughter and a 1-year-old kid that I was taking care of. I couldn't work. I had only $1,000 a month in Social Security, and then it came down to the fact that I had $6 a day for food, and there was like different stations. Like there was a food bank, health program, a corner store. You go get food for free. All these now you gave one of them to like fuck with you and show you what it's actually like to be like illiterate, poor, and not be able to afford food. And all I was able to do was buy a box of pasta and a can of beans to feed my family for a day. And let me just tell you, it must suck to be poor like that because it was horrible. But yet, I don't know how it was community service because it didn't really help anyone.
Yeah, like that's the dumbest form of community service. Like if you'd want to just commit like 3 hours to like actually helping people, sure, but like what I don't get what it accomplishes. Like
bank since then?
What was that?
Have you donated to a food bank since then?
I mean, it was Friday, but I actually will donate on Monday. I said I'd bring in like 3 cans of green beans and like a box of pasta or something.
That's the point of that sort of community service. You should donate to people.
I also drew a card for that. They give bags of food to people for the holidays, like homeless people, poor people, and we made inspirational cards for these things.
Yeah.
I decided to go with the approach. I asked what age, like, do you tell them how old the people are who made these cards? They said no. I said, fuck it. I'm going to draw a card that a 5-year-old would draw. And I traced my hand like a turkey on the card because I didn't know what else to draw.
That's so funny.
It was the best 6-year-old card I've ever drawn.
It's like really sad that you're a 22-year-old man and you
Yep.
can't come up with anything besides like
A hand turkey.
And turkey.
turkey. But I respect the like. Did you like draw in like crayon like really poorly?
Oh yeah, I colored it in with I made the plaid turkey because I didn't know what to color it with, and I had markers and I did it on orange paper, so I just drew like crisscross lines and made it a plaid turkey.
Did you actively make the card look worse to make B from a 5-year-old?
Yes, I drew a sun and I cut squiggly lines on the card, like on the edges.
All right, then I love it. Then genius.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm very proud of that. But on that note, we'll sign off.
No. Before we sign off, you have to tell us the drinking game.
Oh, that's true.
Okay, the only thing I really want to know is what the first word was that you came up with.
The first word was hate.
Hate?
Because I figure Mark says hate a lot. I hate this. I hate that. I hate those
Was it
people.
one time?
No, you said it more than one.
I saw you taking a few swigs.
No. Well, I decided I wanted to start doing it after you said it the first 2 times.
But then I know that you added more words.
Yes, I added the word brother, football, ISIS, and those were the 3 I added. So it's brother, hate, football, girlfriend, and ISIS.
Brandon, there's no way we didn't say those words more than like we definitely said those words more than 30 times.
I was swinging away over here. You just didn't see me.
Brandon,
We'll look at the video evidence for that.
Schechner, our statistician, can go back and count up all the times I drank.
Schechner will do it. Schechner
Yep.
fucking actually watches because he's the man.
Yep. All right. Well, on that note, Mark, I'll see you later. Have a good day. Enjoy your KFC.
Wait, Gailey just sent a Snapchat
Sneak peek.
standing outside your door listening to you and said, episode 5 Norwich City sneak peek.
All right.
All right, on that note, this is a shout out to Gailey this episode. Hopefully he watches all the way through. Let's see if he gets back to me on that.
All right. Thanks for coming on, Kessel. Have a good one.
Pleasure's been all